Hello, welcome to the Rooms with Ronald podcast, brought to you by the Multifamily Media Network. I'm your host, Ronald Harrington. In 2023, I set an intention to shop 100 apartment communities to see how leasing was evolving around the country. Rooms with Ronald was born out of that experience. In this series, I share my experiences and engage in meaningful conversations with other professionals in the industry as we discuss all things related to leasing and marketing. Join in as we expand the Rooms with Ronald experiment. Hello, and welcome to Rooms with Ronald, the micro living edition. I'm your host, Ronald Harrington. And if you're new, just joining us in the micro living edition, we cover topics in 10 minutes or less because we know how busy you are. And today, I have a fascinating idea that I just wanted to put out there. So a couple weeks ago, I spent some time at the Apartment Innovation and Marketing Conference, also known as AIM, thanks to my sponsor, Grace Hill, for sending me. And I got to sit in on this really cool session with Justin Jones and Christy Ficker about how you can use AI. They helped us create a marketing plan within like 24 hours and all of these other things. And at the beginning of it, Justin and Christy kicked it off with a theme song, right? They had a song and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I wonder if it's a part of their AI exchange that they do. And Justin comes on stage and they're playing it and it's just a really cool thing. And he's like, I spent so much time writing this and y'all didn't clap for it, right? So we started to clap. And if you've never seen Justin present before, well, it's a show in itself. Come to find out, he used AI to produce the track. And I was sitting there thinking, this is kind of cool. I want a theme song. Like, what's the Ronald Harrington theme song? And so I came home and I was thinking about it. I was working on a presentation about AI with human intelligence and how it's the perfect leasing duo for Mid-Michigan that I was going to be speaking at. And I got all these cool things and I got to thinking about, could AI tell me the vibe and the theme songs of properties? And so I took a website and it gave me the theme song of the website. And it said, here's some popular ones. And I just looked at like today's hits. And then I got to thinking, I wonder if it could do that for me. And so I went to my chat GPT and I said, based off what you know about me, my leasing training, my style, I want you to write me lyrics to a theme song. And it came up with some lyrics. And then I went over and downloaded an app called Sono, S-U-N-O. And I said, Sono, I want you to produce a track for me. So it produced this track. So I'm going to play you the intro to Ronald's new leasing theme song. You're going to be one of the very first people to hear it. And this is what the AI came up with. Are you ready? I don't think you are. Here we go.
He walks in the room with a coffee flair, teaching the crew how to truly care. From prospects, calls to tours, he sets the pace with a warm hello and a can-do grace.
So that was the intro. It nailed it. Like ChatGPT knows me because we have lots of conversations about things because it's my sounding board. But it nailed it, right? Coffee, flair, can-do attitude, things like that, which I thought was a really cool concept. The song is about 2 minutes and 47 seconds, nothing crazy long. You can edit it down to whatever you want. It took me 15 minutes at most to produce, to put together. And I did different variations. I played with different styles, all of these things, right? And it cost me $0. It was totally free. So I got to thinking, like, how can I use this to make a property come alive? How can I use this to enhance the prospect journey? And I came up with this really cool idea, right? I said, what if I took a website, I told it to analyze the website and write me a theme song based off the lifestyle that the website is selling. So I took a property that I knew very well that I used to work in, and I had it do that. And I was reading through the lyrics, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is pretty spot on from when I worked there and what I thought the lifestyle was. And then I said, okay, now I want you to focus on the amenity side and write me a theme song for the amenities. And it wrote me a theme song. So I had ChatGPT me write a couple different theme songs for me. And then I went into the app and I had it produce some of these theme songs, right? I was like, hey, what can you come up with for this, right? So it came up with some things. And I was like, perfect. Produced it again, 10, 15 minutes. How can we use this in multifamily? Wow. How cool would it be to have theme songs for your property that you used in all of your social media posts? You used in your videos, you used in your reels, you used in your TikToks. All of that can be done to set it up. And then I got to thinking, ooh, what are some other ways? How cool would it be if it could go in and I'm like, write a song based off of the prospect's experience, right? Here's what I know about the prospect. Take what I know about this prospect and I want you to tie it into the lifestyle I'm selling and create a custom song for your prospect. And you can send that as a follow-up. Then the other things I thought about were you could then take these theme songs and that could be the background music on your tours. Maybe you're playing that in the model. So it's tying it into the Phoenix and things like that. Unique. No one else is having the sound, right? Now I'm starting to envision myself sitting at my apartment, jamming out. And I think you could write many songs many different ways, right? Like maybe you can have an upbeat. Maybe you want it to be rock and roll. Maybe you want it to be EDC. Maybe you want it to be Broadway. I don't know. You can do all these different styles and curate the content based around theme songs that are to your property. And I really got to thinking because I love the Kelly Clarkson show. I follow it on social media. And every week at the end, they have all their guests like add to the Kelly Clarkson playlist, right? They do a whole thing like adding to your playlist now. It's a whole social media vibe. Why not do something like that as well, where you have on repeat, where you have a whole like property Spotify playlist, right? That you could send out like, hey, still haven't heard from you. Just wanted you to remember the vibes of our community. Here's a curated theme song for our property. Here's a curated playlist that you can listen to remind you of what we have to offer. No one else is doing that. It would be cool for like your summer parties at the pool, right? You'd be like playing this here. But then you could even go further, right? You could have your residents write songs. Your staff could write songs and you could start producing these songs in a way that benefit you and your property for free. The AI, the tool was free, you know. Yes, there was a max, right? I could only do 10 songs in a day, which was fine, right? And you can do different variations. You can do extended cuts. You can do all these different things in this one app. I could buy credits to, do more, but it was such a cool idea that I just had to share with you guys. And I thought it'd make a great micro living edition. And please, 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 please reach out to me if you do this. Like if you take this idea and you try it out, I want to know, send me your song. Maybe I'll do a collage and I'll create a Rooms with Ronald playlist of all the songs that you guys send me. I hope you've enjoyed today's Rooms with Ronald Micro Living Edition. I've been your host, Ronald Harrington. And until next time, guys, happy leasing. And I thought it would be fun if we played out to some more of the Ronald Harrington theme song.
Shops, oh, he's cracked that code. Grace Hill scores, climb and watch him unload. From objections to closings, he's lighting the spark, dropping scripts in gold like a train in Monarch.
Until next time, guys, happy leasing. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope I left you with some fresh ideas or a new perspective. Leasing and marketing are evolving rapidly, and Rooms with Ronald is committed to offering a place to hear about those changes. We also celebrate and acknowledge the fundamentals of exceptional service that will never go out of style. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, or subscribe. Visit multifamilymedianetwork.com to learn more about our other exceptional industry podcasts, call pieces, and sponsorship opportunities.